Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where things are looking a little bit spooky with the Galactic Information Entente here. The Pictlings have been revoking their agreements with us, which, I mean, we have them preparing to declare war on us as well, the Hierarchy and the Union, both of whom are in the Entente. So, knowing the way the Federations work, assuming there have been no changes, we are going to be fighting against the entire Federation here. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be very interesting. We need to be focused hard right now on our military. Really, really hard. This factory world, we absolutely are going to put an alloy nanoplant in here. Yeah, this ruler will need to get demoted, but that's what we're going to put in for now. So that'll be fine. We do have a few things going on here. I'm going to start working from the planned swarm up. We want to not go to war with a 1-strength fleet. That would be nice. So we're going to get this queued up, and basically all of our alloys that we get from here on out are earmarked for defense. So they're going to go into defensive platforms, or not defensive platforms. They're going to go into modules and buildings. They're going to go into ship production, and they're going to go into shipyards here. And that'll be quite cheap, but that's the plan for now. So we're going to tick forward here, and we're going to produce as much as we can as quickly as possible. Yeah, they're closing borders to us. We should probably consider where they're going to attack us. A non-aggression pact with the Tebadoran Corporation? Sure, we agree to that. That seems fine. 5% on our hyper relay down here. We don't have a good way to get to Pulbon Kier yet. We don't have our hyper relays built down there. This is all pre-queued. And I'm going to cancel some of it. We're pre-queued to move out over here, but that does give us a bunch of extra alloys that we can put into the planned swarm, which is indeed exactly what we're going to do. We're going to pump these ships out as quickly as we possibly can and hope
incoming inquiry
that this does not become a problem. The Tebadoran Corporation wants a migration treaty. We agree with that. That sounds good. We're focused really hard here. The Federation is going to be interesting for us to fight against, right? There's no doubt about that. It's going to be real interesting. Too interesting. We should definitely have some defenses in the Vernier system, shouldn't we? Yes, we should. What is the price of alloys right now? 3.9. That's pretty cheap. I'm going to sell off some food, going to sell off some minerals, and we're going to sell off some consumer goods. And are we going to sell volatile motes? No, but we can sell some exotic gases here. That gives us enough to buy 2,500 alloys. We're going to use that to upgrade our starport in the Vernier system.
Incoming transmission.
A research agreement from the Solorum Multitude. This looks absolutely fine to me. We definitely agree to that. Beautiful. And we're just pumping out the ships now. So I want to put the rest of these alloys into here for now. Beautiful. We have a lot queued up at this point. It's going to take a while to work through this. Our upgrade is 92% done, so we are going to get about a 50% boost here. That looks good. Yeah, there's a lot of corvettes and frigates queued there. Not shocked about that one. That does look good. The real question is, will it be enough to deter them from attacking? Actually, the notification here has gone away, so maybe it's enough to deter them from attacking, but I'm not holding my breath necessarily. I think that they're going to be back. Especially if we were to rest on our laurels a little bit right now. We need to absolutely be focused on getting our naval cap built up. That is the top priority at this point, whether they're going to attack us or not. It doesn't actually matter. So that'll be fine. In Nightbirth, we're, of course, going to immediately grab double shipyards. Is there any building that we really need here? Not really. We could do, like, a transit hub, I suppose? Sure, why not? How long do we have on our bastions finishing up? Okay, there's going to be a fair amount of expenditures here. The Senate voted on and failed the resolution to nominate a custodian. Okay, that's fine. We finished up in one of these. The Uton station? No. We finished up some construction. I'm not actually sure what. We did not build our hyper relay in Seacon. Okay, I must have accidentally canceled that. I did not intend to, and if they're not going to declare on us, then we can put in a few alloys into that. The hierarchy still rivals us. So, I mean, they're still going to be looking to attack us, and we need to be working on getting our defenses up. Absolutely. We're going to grab the Guardian Point defense for right now. That would be a good boost to our power levels. And we're just going to continue working our way through these upgrades. Or not upgrades, but ship constructions, right? That is our top priority right now, and some of these are finishing their upgrades. These are actually their full trade hubs, so that doesn't need additional alloy expenditure. That's good. That's very good there, because we don't have the alloys to toss into there. One thing I am noticing is we're not grabbing this. I think we must need the MOA system for the grab to go, because we should have a trade collection range of 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alternatively, 7. So we should be collecting this, but I'm guessing it's not flowing through MOA. Fair enough. That's not a huge amount of trade over there, so that's not the biggest of deals.
Upscaling complete. Upscaling complete.
Cool. That's this out over here. We do need a pair of trade hubs here. So I'm okay with putting that in, and we'll put in a hydroponics bay, I suppose.
Upscaling complete.
That seems reasonably fine. These bastions are an absolute top priority to get additional work done in, though. I want to put in a target uplink computer for now. I am planning on actively defending these locations if we get attacked, which I'm still anticipating that we get attacked. It's not saying it right now. They may have hit some sort of a snag with their plans, but I'm definitely anticipating that they look to attack us.
Research actualized.
If we don't do something about this. Feels Chills retired to travel the universe, and there's our Citadel research done. We could grab Titans. What would our Titan cap even be right now? I don't know. That would be a pretty big alloy investment. We can grab it for now. I do want to get our hangar bay torpedo battery, and let's get our target uplink computer done here. Cool. Of course, all of these can get upgraded to Citadels, but they're not going to yet. We're going to put in a gun battery and a hangar bay. We are going to put in here a communications jammer. And I'd love to upgrade this to a Starhold. We don't have the alloys right now. What's the current price? 7.59. Not tremendously cheap. So for the time being, we'll hold off on that. I want to get this starbase upgraded. How much do we have queued up here? Oh, we've still got plenty. Sure. So that looks good. With plenty still queued up, we can grab this Starhold upgrade. We mostly just want to keep Nightburst Station constantly constructing at this moment, and we're only building 5 at a time right now. And this guy retired to a hermitage. Sure. Where was he, though? It would be nice to know that, wouldn't it? This science chip isn't doing anything, so I guess he was here. So we put somebody in here. There we go. Quick Thought will join our empire, and we will assist research over Tiamat Prime. Beyond that, that looks good. On Bardigan Prime, we should get a planetary administration going. That doesn't cost alloys. So that sounds magnificent. Seacon is at 50%. You are entering Himpar, or rather Methar right now. And I would love to get this relay setup built down here. The main question is, can we get our hands on the alloys? Alloys are a big, big, big sticking point for us right now. No doubt about that. We're now... Oh, we're only 88% done here. I was hoping that that shipyard would be finished. Of course, we're going to need a Titan assembly yard here for our final upgrade, but Citadels are super, super expensive. For the moment, we just don't make the alloys for that. So we'll have to hold off on that for the moment. The cash build is almost to the point where we can build a hyper relay here. I think that we have enough invested right now in our ship queue that we can afford to put some elsewhere, but we almost certainly need more. 90 out of... Oh, we lost our leader here. Yeah, see, that's part of the problem with this. 90 out of 90, but the actual fleet size is going to be 110. I don't love this because the fleet size fluctuates around. I don't think that that's amazing. We're going to hire in this guy, though. There we go. So that puts us out of 90, up to 90 out of 100. Cannot reinforce a template which is larger than the current command limit. So we just can't reinforce this template at all until this guy gets up to level 2. Okay. That feels really weird to me. To be honest, that feels incredibly weird. This one up here, we are at full strength for. Sure. Wait, we've got a ranged swarm here? Should that not be... Where's that supposed to be going? Oh, is that supposed to be built into here? Did that split off of here? I'm not sure. 8 destroyers went in there. Yeah, there's no destroyers here. So that's supposed to be in the first contract enforcement fleet. So that split up because of that leader retiring. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think that that's a particularly great change right there. I would much prefer it if the leaders had nothing to do with the size of the fleet. A novel zoonotic disease has appeared on Hesela 3. Without the medical technology needed to combat the infection, the population is quickly succumbing to misery and death. We'll watch and learn. Cool. So that's fine. So I guess this means that our fleets should be based around our base size, not our max size. So our base size is 90. If I want to play the game the way that I did previously, before this change, then we do that. Playing the game in this way is more micromanagey, there's no doubt about that. It would allow for more efficient play in theory. But it's definitely a very strange concept to have the fleet size fluctuate. I would honestly kind of rather that skill contributed to the naval cap.
Complete.
Rather than to the fleet cap. That I think would feel better. We're at 1.2k alloys right now. We should definitely build this hyper relay, and we'll get this hyper relay building as well. We really do want to get these hyper relays connected up. So we'll get those underway. And this guy is very slowly building up his experience. His experience is currently 11. And he needs 400 for his next skill level. Very slowly indeed. How are we doing on our queue here? Oh, we've still got plenty of corvettes and frigates queued up. Good thing those are so cheap. We can queue up a lot of them with just the small amount of alloys that we've gotten. Actually, it's not that small. We've bought a lot of alloys. Price is currently pretty high, so we're not going to buy additional right now. So that seems fine. This guy's level 2. Yeah, so our overall, our base fleet size is 90. Correct? Just doing some mental math here. 60, 70, 80, 90, plus 20. Does this change the base size? I don't know. As the plague continues to ravage Hesela 3, the number of dead and dying is staggering. There's no cure. Further suffering can only be alleviated, not prevented. But we know for a fact that it's 90, because this doesn't have a leader, and it's a cap of 90. So, in that case, we should probably turn this down to be 90. But most of these we can't make our way through, right? Like, most of these we've already maxed out the fleet count. So we should be targeting 90. We'll take this down to 22, I guess, which is the best we can do there. And then we'll take this down to 90. We'll take this down to 90. So we'll need to remove 5 corvettes and frigates from each. And then a ranged swarm is going to be merged back into the first contract enforcement fleet. Eventually. But that's currently a strength of 90. So maybe we should consider splitting this into 2 fleets. So we split this fleet like this. The arranged swarm then also splits. And that moves into here. And then this moves together. Like that. So we've got the first contract enforcement fleet and the able swarm. Then, these are going to need to be set up slightly differently 4 out of 8. Yeah. So this is set to 106 right now. We would bring that down to be around... We can't reduce the number of corvettes. So we're going to have to split off some corvettes here. Yeah, there's barely any corvettes here. So we would split off our... How many corvettes are we going to move? Like 15? Something like that. These get merged together. Okay. And then that we would then set up to be something along the lines of 2, 4. Yeah, this now has too many corvettes and frigates. Okay. With it having too many corvettes, we should probably cancel everything in here, right? I mean, that... Maybe. Maybe we should, but I kind of don't want to. We've got the lesser messenger here, which we could definitely get rid of. We'll do that. And then we've got this with the new ships, so we can get rid of the 2 raiders. We'll do that. Okay. So now we need to do a little bit of balancing here. So, this is at 99 out of 100. We know that we need to take this back to be 90 out of 100, right? So I want this to be around here. No, we need to bring this back about like this. Approximately. This is at 110. So new ships, we need to remove the 2 raiders. Guaranteed. We also need to remove some corvettes and frigates. And how many do we need? 18 total. 4 to even it up, and then from there, 7 each. Okay. So we need to remove from the corvettes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be 11. And then we need to remove 7 of the frigates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we need to find a home for these. We also need to edit this here. And this is going to, of course, drop down to being 21 and 21. Like that. 90 out of 110. This is so weird to do it this way. No doubt about that. The lesser messenger is at 109 right now. We're going to need to remove from some frigates, or rather some corvettes, out of that. Specifically 19. So we'll remove 19 corvettes out of here, which is nearly half of them. Those are destroyers, or rather, those are frigates. Those are frigates still. Okay, 19 of those. These guys are going to be moved back into the lesser messenger. Let's tick that forward. I'm going to merge these together as our slush fleet. So we've got 30 corvettes, and we've got 7 frigates here. Okay. So that allows us to put the lesser messenger at... ideally 90 here. This should remain at 20, I think. But we need to bring this down. Like that. And get rid of the lesser messenger, and we put in a frigate to even that out. Okay. So that's the contract enforcement fleet at 90. That's new ships at 90, which I should probably rename this to the second contract enforcement fleet. Is that too long? That is too long, actually. It's the second contract enforcement fleet. I hope that it doesn't live up to that name. Okay, perfect. So we've got this here, which is down to 90. That looks good. Planned swarm, which is at 90. That looks good. 1 out of 100, but it's 90. Okay, so then the able swarm is at 90. And then arranged swarm, we need to find homes for these corvettes. And frigates. Okay. So, now we should go in here, and we should cancel every single one of these corvettes and frigates that we've got here. If there are any destroyers, cruisers, or battleships, we'll leave them be. But these are going to all get canceled. And there are not. Okay. So we'll get those all canceled. The cheap ships there. Now we're going to need to move in all of our frigates and 5 corvettes into the first contract enforcement fleet. Okay, so all 7 of these frigates come out, and then 5 corvettes. That moves into the first contract enforcement fleet, like so. So that's now good to go, and we can hit this reinforce fleet button. There we go. That's going to queue up, I think, some battleships and cruisers as well. But we currently, I think, have a surplus of some of these smaller ships because we're downsizing our overall fleet size, but we are increasing by 1 fleet. I think overall that's going to give us a surplus of some of these ships. We'll see. That does mean we're going to start working on our bigger ship types, and that's a very, very good thing. So this fleet here is actually good to go. There's nothing that needs to be done here. It's fully built. This fleet needs a couple of frigates, and we can get those queued up. That's good. This fleet needs just frigates. We'll get that going. And this fleet, we threw a lot of resources into. We don't have enough to fully reinforce it, of course. But the planned swarm at this point should be merged together, I think, with the arranged swarm. The able swarm is only going to need a couple of smaller ship types. This should be set to 8 destroyers. So I think we actually have too many frigates here. Yes, we have too many frigates here. So we need to remove a few frigates. How many did we need here? We needed 14. So we'll remove 14 frigates. And in fact, that means that we should cancel all of these frigates that are here. The destroyers, the cruisers, and battleships are fine to stay. Ooh, canceling all of these frigates is scrolling us back up to the top. Okay, let's do it this way. So that's all here. That seems fine. Okay. So we know that we need to split off some 14 frigates from here. So we'll do so. Frigates. Cool. That was 16. That's too many. So we need to split these back off. Those go back into the able swarm. Okay. These go into the first contract enforcers. Cool. So now we just need our bigger ships here. This fleet is fine. This fleet needs a couple of frigates, and I canceled a couple of those that I shouldn't have. This fleet needs just frigates, I believe. This fleet needs a lot of things. So, 25 corvettes are here. What do we need here? 21 corvettes. And the able swarm has all of the corvettes it needs right now, but I want to bring this down to like 20. And then we can bring this up to 8, like this, and then 21. Okay, 21, 8, 4, 2. That looks good. So we now know that we need 5 corvettes in the able swarm. So we can grab 5 corvettes from here. Like so. Beautiful. And that merges together like so. And now we have 20 corvettes located here, which I believe... Oh, we have 1 too many corvettes here. Okay. I believe these corvettes... That's exactly 21. That is the exact amount that we need for planned swarm. That's actually perfect, except that there's 1 too many here. So we have 1 too many corvettes, because there was already 1 in planned swarm. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. So we disband this singular corvette. And then we hit the reinforced fleet button, and we'll let this tick for a month.
Upscaling complete.
And we'll see how much we need at this point to get everything filled out. We bought in a lot of alloys, but how much do we need? And we also downsized somewhat as well. We don't have enough because we're building big ships. Okay, sure. We'll look at that later, I guess. Cool. So we finished our construction queue up over here. That took a while to restructure our fleets, but I'm relatively pleased with this restructure. This way we don't have to worry about leadership. I mean, we do want to bring in a leader here, and that will put us over our leader cap, but that's fine. We'll hire him anyway. That is fully expected. Hello, pause menu. And we're going to make sure that we are in orbit around Nightbirth here. There we go. Cool. And we've got all of these destroyers, cruisers, battleships queued up. We're going to need more. And naval cap plus 30, sure. I don't think we actually needed that, but that's fine. What is this actually going to be at? We don't know. What is the price of alloys? 10? Okay. We do need a society research. Habitability? Habitability. So, I mean, we restructured our fleets there, and we have managed to get a good amount of fleet power out of that plus constructing for basically this whole episode. So that's good. I mean, these guys are not currently planning on declaring on us. These guys are inferior. I mean, we've built a lot of ships. They were equivalent before. Okay, what about the Tuxkins? They're equivalent to us. Yeah, that seems about right. Mineral Magnet can get a trait here. I guess we can go for Resilient. Seems fine. Sure, show us your wares. A science chip for getting what? Bunk beds. Get out of here. Cool. Well, that was a lot of restructuring. No doubt about that. And we need more alloys. We bought in a lot of alloys. We repurposed a bunch of alloys that were being put for other things. And we're constructing a lot. No doubt about that. That was many, many thousands of alloys. But hopefully this will prevent the AI from declaring on us. They seem to not be very happy with what we've got going on here. We're doing much better for our naval cap now. Ah, there we go. Now we can see it's going to be 437. That doesn't sound right. No, that isn't right. Because it's going to be 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is 90 times 6? 90 times 6 is 540. It's not going to be 437. That's just going to be what it's going to get for reinforcing these 5 ships. So this number is not accurate. I'm wondering if this number is either. These guys have split the atom on Hasela 3. Good for them. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, and I want to get this queued up. Oh, they're building. Okay, that's fine. They can do that. Next episode, we're going to continue to build our defensive fleets, and the AI seems to not be as okay with attacking us at this point. We have expanded our fleets dramatically, so that's great. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Anna the Elephant, Soccerman12UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.